So today I'll be talking about my trip to Hiroshima, Kyoto. So first we took the Shinkansen to Hiroshima City, and and the Shinkansen came with a Hello Kitty one. Well, the Hello Kitty edition anyway. Most people actually know Hiroshima because it was one of the locations that was bombed by the Americans in World War II and by a nuclear bomb. So that's the first thing we did actually was to go to the atomic dome. So the atomic dome is basically a place, it's a remnant of a building that suffered the real blast of like the atomic bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima, and it's just the building that was left over it. And so this place is actually called the Hiroshima Peace Park, and it has the atomic dome, the arch that you see in the video here, and like a memorial hall as well. We also went to the museum, but going inside I wasn't really able to film much, not because I couldn't film it, but because it was actually just quite a heavy place. There's pictures of so there was a whole section dedicated to the children which suffered the blast, and there were like items which was like their diaries or like their burnt clothing. I mean, the most famous one that some of you might have seen was like a tricycle that belonged to a kid that died from the bombing, and and there's a lot of like letters that were sent, people searching for their families. So yeah, when we went inside the museum, I didn't really take out my phone, and it was completely quiet actually when you toured around the museum, because everyone was just taking in all this tragic information, and it was really heavy actually. And a couple of people were crying beside me because it's definitely, but if you do come to Hiroshima, it's definitely a place that you do need to visit. I think going there for me did change my perspective of like the bombing as well and the use of nuclear weapons. It's you should definitely come if you ever get the chance to visit Hiroshima. So to lighten up our spirits, me and Izzy were both a bit hungry. We decided to eat an okonomiyaki actually. So okonomiyaki in Hiroshima is also famous in Japan. So there's really two styles of okonomiyaki in Japan. Well, two like main famous styles, which is the Osaka type, which is the common, like famous across the world. And I guess if you were gonna get it at a restaurant abroad, most likely they will serve Osaka okonomiyaki. But Hiroshima has its own style as well. And as you can see in the video, the Osaka okonomiyaki is layered and it has noodles in it. And whereas the Osaka one, they kind of mix it together, and it's just it's mixed, and this is just layered. Afterwards, we just kind of walked around the town a little bit, enjoying the night lights, and and then we headed back to Mihara. So the next day we decided to take the Shinkansen, also known as the bullet train, down to Kyoto. So we left like Mihara around 1 p.m.ish, and the thing about the bullet train or the Shinkansen is that it's really quick. From Mihara to, which is in Hiroshima, to like the Kansai region or Kyoto, it only took us about 3 hours. We were basically there by 4 p.m, 4:15, and definitely really quick. And it was really smooth ride, and it's not overly expensive either. I mean, there's obviously cheaper ways to get around in Japan, but the Shinkansen is just quick, the ride is smooth, and you're comfortable. And I think it cost about 10,000 yen for us to get to Kyoto, which equates right now, because the yen is so low, to about £50 for a one-way ticket. So the first place we stopped at was the Fushimi Inari in Kyoto. So Fushimi Inari is actually quite famous because of its torii gates. So those red gates that you see in the video, each of them is like donated or like bought or sponsored, and they just put a gate there. And yeah, it's really, it was quite nice, but there was a lot of people, and we just hiked up the mountain. But people do filter out after the scenic bit that we saw. Yeah, if I'm guessing, basically the scenic bit is basically about a quarter of the way through, but after that everything kind of just stays the same, and you just try and hike to the top of the mountain. But it's really not a long walk, maybe about 45 minutes, 50 minutes to walk up there, and then obviously coming back down is a lot quicker. And it's not a bad hike, nothing's too steep. So, and the temperature was quite nice. It was like I was sweating a bit, but I've done this walk a lot of times before at much hotter temperature, in say like June or July, where it was extremely humid. So as the night came on and the sun setted, we decided to head back to Kyoto City. And yeah, like the Fushimi Inari like area, a lot of the whole station and everything's just quite traditional looking. So yeah, we just walked past, and yeah, I took a couple of videos. I just liked the train video here. I thought it looked really cool, so that's why I filmed it. Yeah. So after we got back into Kyoto City, we decided to go for sushi. But the issue was, the sushi place that we decided to go to was absolutely jam-packed, which meant we had to get a ticket and wait. During this time, we actually decided to just walk around Kyoto, and because we had maybe an hour, so we just walked around and looked at a couple of shops and got distracted by this gacha vending place. So we finally got our seat, and we had some conveyor belt sushi. So this place is called Kura Sushi, and it's a big chain in Japan which does really cheap sushi, and it's about 140 yen, I think, per plate, 130. And the coolest bit about it is that basically you get to play a gacha game. For every 5 plates that you eat, you're able to play this game to try and win a prize. So normally it's about, you get one for every 15 you're successful, but I didn't have any luck, so yeah. After sushi, we decided to go grab a drink, and there's actually a really cool, maybe one of my favorite bars actually in Japan, and in Kyoto, is a rooftop bar. I think it was called like Bar in the Sky or Bar in the Moon or something like that. But yeah, it's a rooftop bar that overlooks like the river of Kamogawa of Kyoto, and you just get to see the lights, and super relaxing. And yeah, enjoyed a few drinks there. And we went to an open karaoke bar called Barcode. So Barcode was the bar, I guess, me and my friends visited like every single week, basically, sometimes twice when I was on my year abroad. Yeah, like it was basically still the same, still 500 yen for a beer, which is crazy because it's like £2.50, and it hasn't changed for, I guess, 2 years now, or 3 years, despite the fact that there's inflation and stuff like that. And yeah, its Barcode was nice because it was basically where the international students gathered, and yeah, it was an open karaoke bar, and you get a drink, people put songs on. Most of the time, like, people are drunk, so the singing is terrible, but everyone's just there to have a good time, so yeah. So the next day, we had actually booked a ramen cooking lesson. So I told some of my friends from my year abroad, that still studied in Kyoto, that I was coming, and one of them was like, I now work at a ramen place, and would you like to come along for like, say, like a free class? And I was like, sure. So the place was called Ramen Factory Kyoto, and it was basically a class on how to cook ramen from scratch. They got us to make the noodles, the meats, the chicken that we had, the broth. Yeah, it was really fun, and the great thing was I got to do it completely for free just because I knew her, and yeah, we all had a great time, and it was really fun. Yeah, if you ever want to try making ramen, this is definitely a good class for you to take. Even though like the tickets are a bit expensive, I think it's £50 per head. But I think if you have the money, I think it is worth it. It is really fun, and they stick a like Insta 360 camera, so it takes like a shot of like the whole room during your time there, and then they get it edited and you get to watch it back. So I think I actually had the video somewhere. So yeah, it was really cool, and yeah, I definitely recommend if you ever want to try your hand at making ramen. So after the ramen making factory, we went to the Kyoto Botanical Gardens, and it was a really nice place because it was away from the crowds of Kyoto, and yeah, it's quite nice, quiet facility north of Kyoto city centre, and there was a wide range of plants. We just walked around into this massive greenhouse, and there's a night exhibit here, and yeah, it was just a quite relaxing time. So in the night we met up with some friends that I made from my year abroad, but yeah, I forgot to take any more videos, so that's it for my Kyoto trip.